The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the January 7th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on it at 877-927-6648. Well, you could. But actually, that line is down. So let's do this. Send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin our day with the mixed bag out there. The mix goes like this. You got the Dow trading up 87 points. The S&P's off 21. NASDAQ's down 208. Russell's off 7. Transports are up 123. Semis are down 18. NASDAQ Composite off 209. New York Stock Exchange up 75 points. Gold is up 15 bucks. Silver's up 15 cents. Luxury crude is up 64 pennies. Natural gas is down a dime. 30-year Treasury printed out at 112.04. That's down 1 point. Our leader in the clubhouse to the upside, we're being led by UniFirst Corp, dollar-wise, $39. That's a 23-point move. Inari Medical, 14 bucks, 22 points. Carvana, 14 bucks, 8%. Eli Lilly, 11 bucks, 1.5%. Icon PLC, 11 bucks, 5%. Our shakers to the downside, led by Applovian Corp, off $31, nearly 9%. MicroStrategy, 7.5% or 30 bucks. Service Now, 17 bucks in change. Coinbase is down 16 bucks, 5%. Meta Platforms is off 13.5, and Tesla's down 12. So we've got some movers and we've got shakers. Let's first begin our day taking a look at New York Stock Exchange, the advanced decline oscillator. It still remains above zero. That says that buyers have a bit of an edge. Spot VIX is trading above the 50-day exponential moving average. That's at the very panel below. So above that was the advanced decline oscillator. And that tells us that right now the spot VIX is trading out at, where'd that go? The 1718. And the 50-day exponential moving average is at the 1660 level. So you've got one that says buyers have the edge, the other that says sellers have the edge, and that creates kind of a bunch of sideways action at this stage of the game, at least as far as those two indicators go. Let's do this here. We're going to switch over. We're going to try to stay most of the day if we can. Let's see black background screens start working better. Going to try to stay over on the white background screen charts, the Ninja Trader charts. Black backgrounds are the ones put out by eSignal, both great applications out there. Steve is just having some kind of computer issues, as you know, and you're tired about hearing it, and I'm tired about telling you about it. You have no idea. In any event, let's start the day. What do we want to take a look? Let's take a look at NVIDIA. All right, you got NVIDIA. We talked about this yesterday. A number of people making requests for it, and we were talking about how NVIDIA had traded above its TD9 count breakdown level, 141.82. It was trading above profile resistance. It was trading above a green oscillator and change line. Now, it had moved into the swing point with lighter volume. 265 million shares yesterday was pushing in with to a swing point back on November 21st. Had volume of 400,000 shares. Don't tell me we didn't change screens. We didn't change screens. How do we do that? Nice going there, Stevie. Oh, my goodness gracious. Here we go. Thank you, Al. I assume that was Al in my ear. So here we go. So now we're taking a look at NVIDIA. We take a look at NVIDIA. First thing we noticed when we looked at the charts yesterday was on Friday, price took out 141.82. That was a TD9 count breakdown level. Increase the odds, probabilities that this should rally further. We were also trading above profile resistance at 140.32. We were trading above its oscillator and change line as well. We closed inside that swing point. This is the swing point right here from November 21st. 400 million shares. Yesterday we talked about this. It looked like it was maybe 300 million or less. In fact, it was 265 million shares. Still suggested that we would go test that high. That's what we did this morning. The high that we're taking a look at that swing point is 152.89. We got just above it today. We got to 153.13. Now, we haven't been able to take it out, obviously. We traded lower. Volume is 178 million shares. So we're kind of back towards yesterday. We're a little bit higher volume, I believe, than yesterday. But what it looks like is really being set up, at least at this moment in time, we take a look at NVIDIA. I'm going to go ahead and pull this screen back. We're looking at the daily time frame chart out there. And each of you can probably visually see this as well. That's the consolidation pattern. So it appears, at least at this moment in time, let's get that rectangle tool out here. And there's your first high. And I didn't get to the lows out there. So what I wanted to do was actually bring this back just a tad. This is a rectangle box. If we can grab it, that would be great. I take it back to about right there. Now I can go ahead. So that, in essence, is your consolidation pattern. Now, I'm not saying that price is going to get down to the bottom of consolidation, not just yet. Let me give you the levels that you need to watch for inside of NVIDIA. The first level is the top of its profile and its oscillator and change line. So you're at 140.32 and you are at 140.14. Below that, and when I say below that, this is where now a counter trend move to the downside would end, even though you're in this consolidation pattern. That's the center of its profile. That's at 137.33. So right now, you're in a consolidation. Price was unable to take out those highs, but you've pulled back and you're basically testing support, and that is holding. So only if price gets below support, but even if it gets to 137.33, the center, that's where a counter trend rally would come to an end. If it closes below that, you get down to the bottom of that profile, bottom of that consolidation, I should say. It's probably in the 128-ish type level out there. Now that's on the daily time frame for NVIDIA. If you look at the weekly time frame has a TD9 count top. On a weekly basis, the swing point has 1.4 billion shares. Too early and, a couple hours into trading to come into that. But we're at 445 million at this moment in time. Price has not been able to take that out. Here, price remains above the top of its weekly profile, 131.60. That, too, is a support level out there on any move lower. We are trading below that green oscillator and change line. Tells us that price is losing its momentum as we speak. And finally, we come to the monthly time frame chart. Although it's only the 7th, we just don't know. It still maintains at this stage of the game both its TD9 count top. That topping resistance level would be up at the 140.76. You need to close above that. It also has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and that's the key level for NVIDIA, and that's going to be up at the 152.89 area. That's what it's got to take out long-term to move higher. So we've got this consolidation pattern on the daily time frame, tops on the on the weekly and the monthly out here. All in all, really not too shabby out there. So that's what I see when we take a look at NVIDIA. That would be perfect time for me to be able to open up a few more charts. So I'd love your request out there. Steve Rhodes, send an email to steve@tfnn.com. And of course, inside the Tiger's Den, any and every ping will do. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back up, folks. Let's get to our first question out here. First question coming in from Ron inside our Tiger's Den. Ron, you're asking about a daily, weekly, and a monthly chart out here. So I'm having some system problems, as you know. I do have the Russell 2000 out for the daily and other time frames. I'll put the monthly up here. And you're asking, you're looking for a short. Is there a short trade on the daily, weekly, or the monthly charts out here? Well, first, let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows that we've been trading below the bottom of its profile. And so that's old support that now has become resistance. So if you're looking for a trade here, the weekly chart says rally up into the 23.33 level. Since price not been able to, since price continues to trade below that, that would be your resistance area. You've got that green oscillator and change line just above that. So that's in the weekly time frame chart. The monthly time frame chart, I don't recall what it says off the top of my head. It may say that we're headed to higher ground, not lower ground out there, but the monthly is not taken out its all-time high, is my recollection. On a daily time frame out here, the daily time frame, what you'd probably have to use, at least at this stage of the game, one thing that you could use would be that daily oscillator and change line. So that could be an area on any rallies. We've seen the rally from yesterday didn't take, or 2 days ago, wasn't able to take it out. Yesterday, it looked like it was going to take it out and didn't close below it. Same thing this morning out here. So that's a 2280 level that is out there. You're going to have support, not that it's a bottom pattern, but you're going to have support at the candle session of December 20th. That is a bull sash candle, so we know that buyers are trying to protect that area being 2211.70 at your support area. We take a look at the intraday charts out here. From an intraday charts pattern standpoint, you've got a TD9 count pattern on the 240-minute basis chart out here. In fact, we've got it for all 4 of the equity future contracts. Am I having issues because of Windows 11? Probably that's added to it, but it's really, I think it's the e-signal system out there, and they've got their top techs working on it. They're as confused as possible out there, but it is really, and I've tried a number of other things, like just a blank candidate, you can put in the first word there But I still need access to and minimize things, but I still need access to it in order to really do and provide you guys with the information that I provide. But here, if we take a look at the 240-minute chart, back to the Russell 2000, it's got a TD9 count pattern. Each of the 240-minute charts have that. And here we can see that prices pulled back and has held support, Ron. Support being that breakout level of 2248.50. Kind of hard for me to tell you to take a short here. You've just got this sideways, chunky kind of move out there. But, if you were going to short it, I'd say you'd short it as if we could get a rally up towards that TD9 count high at 2313.60. Price closes above it, then, being on the short side would be the wrong message out there. But that would be your nice resistance level if price could get up there. At the top of its profile is at 2301. On a shorter term time frame, what do we have out here? You get a TD9 count top on a 10-minute time frame chart. Why has it found support? Well, where it found support was really at that bottom of that where the breakout level was on the 240-minute time frame. So I would say for you right now, the 240-minute time frame chart is worth following. The signals here with regard to long or short are almost really coming more from the intraday charts than they are really the daily. But on the daily, I'd say watch that oscillator unchanged line. If you've got a real strong conviction to be short, which it seems like you do out there, and that's fine, then I'd use that oscillator and change line on a daily time frame. Go ahead and short the heck out of it. And if price starts closing above that level, at least to expect or anticipate a further rally. Whether you want to take that heat or not, that much I don't know. So that's what's showing for the Russell 2000. If we take a look at, let me switch over here and take a look at just the daily equity future contracts for all four. What we know about these charts here as we take a look at them is those oscillator and change lines have really been the levels where prices just simply got up there and has rejected it. You can see the ES Mini. It's been doing that for a couple of weeks out there. Did it yesterday. Has done it again this morning. However, price right now inside the ES Mini is testing the level where a counter trend rally would find support. And that's the center of its bearish structured profile. And that's at the 59.91 level. Would I tell you to go short here when you're at a place where a counter trend move would come to an end? Not likely, I would say that. But what we can see clearly, daily chart for the ES, for the NQ, that oscillator and change line for the Dow as well, and for the Russell 2000. So that is the levels that I think, Ron, you can be taking a look at to go short if you'd like. Whether or not price is able to take out those lows or not, only time will tell. So that's what we've got. Take a look at the daily equity future contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Not that this system is hogging any resources. In fact, what I'm going to probably try to do just as a backup here is get some other charting tools, not charting tools, but exactly where instruments are trading, primary instruments are trading. Maybe just do the show tomorrow just with the white background charts. Back to the you also asked about light sweet crude. I think you're trying to take a short on light sweet crude, short or long, I don't recall, but let's just pull up the charts out here and see what the light sweet crude charts are communicating to you and I. Light sweet crude is trading right now at about, it is trading exactly at 74.38 when we take a look at the February contract. Now, I believe there's a TD9 count. Yes, there is. So if you're looking to go ahead and take a short on light sweet crude, today is going to complete bar number 9 of a TD9 count. The pattern will complete potentially, it is either completed yesterday or could complete, complete. It can't complete until we get the bar past bar number 10. But yesterday's high may have been the high of the pattern, is really what Stevie was trying to say. But it could also be tomorrow. And so how do we make that determination? Well, that's when we start looking at these intraday charts here that are beginning to populate, and we start looking for topping signals. But you should get, if you're that, what are you looking for, long or short? Well, you're going to get a TD9 count top. Now, when you do get that TD9 count top, let's say tomorrow, all it really suggests is at a minimum pull back to test that oscillator and change line. It's the first, or test support. Just so happens the first level of support on a daily time frame would be at that 7206 number. I'm not saying it's 7206. I'm saying it's 7206 or 7205 at 11:25 in the morning today on a Tuesday. But you can use that as a general reference point. When we take a look at the 5-hour time frame chart out here, we have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. We've got a TD9 count top that is in place. That would get negated. By the way, that TD9 count top would be negated with a close above 74.35. You're at 74.21. That area is obviously being tackled. 240-minute chart has got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It did that at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. the 2-hour time frame chart as Rhodes momentum indicator top. It did that yesterday at 12 noon out there. So you've got those tops, but then we've seen rallies. So what did we see out here? What did we see? We saw that 240-minute time frame chart. Price moves lower. What's it doing? Consolidating with inside its profile. So one thing that you and I know, Ron, that others perhaps don't, is that you've got very strong support on an intraday basis at $73.38 for the February contract for light sweet crude. And weather resistant. And so the daily time frame says, hey, look, it looks like we're going to get some type of top out here, whether it's today or tomorrow out there. And that should just pull back. We're at $74 to pull back to around the $72. Now, below 72, support on a daily time frame would be at $71 even Steven. So that take care of the Russell 2000 light sweet crude. Hope that helps you out there. And I didn't write in the names as I was multitasking. My apology here. But the next request that I've got is to take a look at Palantir. PLTR is a ticker symbol. I see we're going to a breakout there. So we come back from this break. Let's go take a Palantir on a weekly basis. It's got a nice TD9 count top. It's testing support as we speak right now at $72 and change. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. One or two adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the stock charts here for Palantir. PLTR is a ticker symbol. Daily time frame, we don't really have a top. We've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's been triggered out there. Price is trading with inside its bullish structured profile. And today, price is testing its buy zone. The buy zone exists between 70.10 and 71.65. Now, what I would say is that if we get a close below 70.10, you're likely going to get down to 61.37. How does Stevie conclude that? Well, in the case of Palantir, what we can see here, if you look at the bottom portion of the chart, if we look at its tempo, if we look at its cadence, it moved lower for 5 consecutive sessions. When I say move lower, I mean 5 lower consecutive closes out there. And then we had a one-day rally. One-day rallies are very weak inside a bull market out there, that's for sure. And it's what you want to see in a bear market. I'm not saying it's a bear market. I'm saying it's weak. What I'm saying is that if price closed below 70.10 because we only got a one-day rally, odds would favor that it's trying to tell us wants to pull back to its breakout level at 61.37. Needs a close below 70.10. In the case of the weekly time frame chart, and the reason to say that on the daily is because the weekly still has a confirmed TD9 count top. And price is trading just below its green oscillator and change line, so it's lost its momentum. It does have support at 68.91. That's the center of its profile. So below 70.10, you got 68.91. You get below 68.91, 61.37 to 52.90 would be the likely price target. Monthly chart looks muy bueno. No topping signals out there, but it's really the daily and the weekly that you're whoever put in that request that we want to keep an eye on. The next request was to take a look at ENVX. So let's fire up those charts here. And ENVX right now is trading out at about $15.44. It's negating its TD9 count topping pattern that formed yesterday. This tells you about a very strong upward momentum move for its daily time frame. Now, that being said, where is this going to run into the next resistance level? Well, for that, what we're looking at is the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, what we have out there is resistance up at 1648. So I would say that price is gunning for 1648. I don't see an A to B equals CD pattern. This retracement here from the trading session, well, I'd have to use the same high and low if I was going to do that, and that's really not the appropriate way to do an A to B equals CD pattern. So you've got just simply a negated TD9 count top in the daily time frame. That says that it wants to trade higher. As far as swing points, we're not near any swing point just yet, so no reason for me to even deal with that. Of course, we're getting close to that swing point on the weekly chart. That's true. So on the weekly chart, it's a swing point from July 19th out there. The low of that swing point was at 1552. We're inside it right now. Volume there was 23 million shares. In one day and just a couple of hours of trading, we have done 20 million shares. So you've done 20 million shares. You're going into 23 million shares. ENVX is telling you it's going to go out and tag that high. Now, first has to deal with TD9 count breakdown resistance at 1648, but it's got the volume. As long as if it can close the week inside the swing point, so it just needs a close above 1552. Actually, we're just below that as we speak right now. But you're moving into a swing point with volume. That all looks pretty good. You do have monthly resistance as well, and that's at 1612. So other than that, it looks very good for ENVX. The next request was to take a look at the GDX out here. The GDX, as we know, works or moves in conjunction, typically, directionally speaking, with regard to gold. There was a second request to take a look at gold, which we'll do that. So I was looking earlier today that maybe the GDX wanted to go ahead and generate an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. In order to do that, well, and really I can't even make that call because I have to use the same swing point for the A or B. Here's what I can share with you. Right now, you've got the GDX trading above profile resistance on its daily time frame. That profile resistance level is $35 even Steven. We're at 35.31. If it can close above that today, then okay, maybe it's got some additional oomph, maybe a 2-bar move to the upside. I show an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside on the weekly time frame that would get us down to about 30.03. The B point of this A to B equals CD pattern is the week of November 15th. 163 million shares that week. and that was passed with 109 million shares and as well as 39. So we don't have it confirmed with volume A to B equals CD pattern that's down there, but it's still a pattern that is still present as we speak. And on the monthly time frame chart for the GDX, you are consolidating with inside its profile, support at 32.96, resistance at 40.47. The daily GDX does have a buy the D point bottom out there. So you do have a bottom signal out here. What it's dealing with and is struggling with is resistance. Now, it's mostly struggling with resistance because of Goldilocks, I would say. And if we take a look at Goldilocks, we had a nice rally this morning. We had a nice rally yesterday. And both those rallies ended at the top of their profile. And that was at 26.71. If we look at a 5-hour time frame chart for gold, we're going to see a TD9 count top. That TD9 count top went ahead and completed at 2,300 hours, and that was on the 2nd. And that is really your key resistance level. Price also for this time frame is trading with inside a bearish structured profile. We can see that that is held. That's at 26.76. So the key level of resistance to the upside that gold would need to close above that would then drag the GDX to higher price, at least from an intraday standpoint, is going to be that level at 26.81 even Steven out there. Price did pull back and tested support again this morning at 26.56, so it's somewhat neutral, if you will, on the 5-hour time frame chart. As price was pulling back this morning, what was it doing? It was testing this breakout level of support on its 30-minute time frame. Not that it had a top, but it was still testing that support area at 26.53. The same thing for the 15-minute time frame. The same thing for the 10-minute time frame. All three of those have breakout levels at 26.53. So to the downside for gold, you would watch at 26.53. And to the upside for gold, you're going to watch the high of that 5-hour TD9 count pattern, and that's up at 26.81. So that's what's going on with gold and the GDX. They're just kind of consolidating sideways-ish, if you will, frustrating a lot of people. But that's what they're doing, and that's what we took a look at the charts. At least that's what it is being communicated to you and I. Stevie needs a quick swig here. And there you go. Let's go to our next request out here, which was for a ticker symbol AGEN. Where did Stevie put that? Did he put it here? He did not. That was a GDX. I believe it follows the GDX. We take a look at AGEN. It's trading right now at $3.54. It has a profile change in trend signal on the daily time frame. Do I see a bottom pattern out here? Let me pull this back. There was a TD9 count bottom pattern that formed back here on November 19th. Price pulled back and tested that area and rejected that area basically on December the 31st out here. So it looks to Stevie like price is going to go target either the swing point that it's trading into right now, well, from November 27th, 1.1 million shares. Today so far you are trading into it with 167,000 shares, so that's really light volume. But nonetheless, looks like it wants to continue to rally. We see a series of higher highs, higher lows. Day number 5 to the upside for AGEN, so it's going to get a little bit tired out there, using a ton of energy. We do see one more 5-bar rally that took place out here on the trading day of September 13th, and then we saw basically a sideways move for several days out there. The price target on the daily time frame for AGEN is its TD9 count breakdown area. That's at $4.30 out here. We look at the weekly chart for AGEN. It's got resistance at 395, the top of its profile. No bottom signal, if you will, that's been confirmed on the monthly time frame chart, and prices below profile there. So AGEN is going to do its best to get up to 430, but it needs some help. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at ticker symbol PGEN. Precision Inc. is the ticker symbol. So I've got the weekly chart that I opened up here. I was just trying to see the different bottoming patterns because it was AGEN and PGEN. I believe that the trader was taking a look at trying to decide which one was better out there. So this shows me, if we take, let me just size this back down. The daily time frame, a beautiful TD9 count pattern that went ahead and completed on December 17th out there, and it's been a little bit of a rocket ship since then. I don't see anything to stop the rocket ship from continuing to accelerate. You're in bar number 6 today. Maybe get some kind of TD9 count topping pattern. Today's what, Tuesday, late this week, early next week. So maybe we come back and take a look at it then. The weekly time frame chart, as far as what's a price projection I would use, I'd go with $1.70. $1.70 is the weekly TD9 count breakdown level out there. No, I don't really have a bottoming pattern out here, except I should say it like this. The bottoming pattern on the weekly time frame is a profile change in trend signal. And it did that once price closed above 97 cents last week, and we're adding to that this week. So that's the confirmation of that bottom signal. And you have a wave number 7, letter G. So between those two charts, AGEN, PGEN, Stevie likes these better out there. Doesn't mean this will outperform the other one. But the price target is $199 on the monthly time frame chart. I'll open up that daily chart one more time, see if there's any swing points that we're going into at this stage of the game. And the answer is really no, we're not. So this should continue to move higher out there. Again, no topping pattern. Of course, markets can do what they want to do. What you do like about this move on the daily time frame is we were 2 bars up and then 1 bar down. Now we're going to be 3 bars to the upside. Maybe it's just another 1 bar to the downside or what have you as this continues to move higher. So that's what we see. We take a look at PGEN. Let's go take a look at Digital Realty, I believe it is, DLR out there. So let's get that up on our screen. And this one's from Mohammed. Mohammed, this has a TD9 count bottom. Let's see if it maintained that. And it did. So it has a TD9 count bottom, with price dealing with profile resistance right now at 182.50. You've got support at 177.12, resistance 182.50. Got a daily bottom, been unable to take out resistance at this moment in time. On a weekly time frame, what we have out here is a consolidation with inside its profile. And their profile support exists at 173.79, resistance up at 198. It's a slightly bullish structured profile. This would suggest, or I would suggest, that it close above 186 out there. 185.90 is what shows up on my screen. I'm going to call it 186, and then you'd get up to the 198 level. First, you've got to take out 182.50. The monthly time frame chart for Digital Realty's got a TD9 count top that's been completed. It should take price back to its oscillator and change line. That's down at the 165.36 level out there. So the daily's got a bottom, dealing with resistance. The weekly is just a consolidation, and the monthly's got a top out there. Who's controlling who at this stage of the game? We'll go with the daily at this stage. And if you see a close below the trading session of December 20th, you will negate your TD9 count bottom. That's 175.78. You got 173.79 for support. You get below that, 165.36 would be the progression steps to the downside. So hope that helps you out there. Mohammed, you also wanted to look at Uber. Let's go take a look at Uber, see what this is doing, what this is trading at and into. And as we speak right now, you've got Uber trading out at 66.50. It has a TD9 count bottom pattern. Let me pull this back, widen it up just a bit out there. Nice TD9 count bottom pattern with price above profile resistance. Says that it wants to go target 72.03. No topping pattern, if you will, on the daily time frame. Monthly for Uber, it's got a TD9 count bottom. It's done its work. It rallied right up into the oscillator and change line. It did that today, did that this morning. 68.65 is the number there. So the daily's not going to rally any further until price can take out that resistance level. If it does close above 68.65, then you'll get to your 72.03. Above 72.03, we'd set our eyes on 80.08. On a monthly time frame, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top with price last month closing below profile support at 64.49, and this month we're back above it. So it's possible that last month's signal was a false break to the downside move out there. Won't know until month's end. But the daily looks good. It's that weekly, that oscillator and change line that is acting as resistance, 68, 65-ish, because that number will change as price moves up and down. That's what you're really looking for out there. Is it a short? No, not that I see as a short, at least just yet, but it can be that weekly signal out there. But you're trading above profile resistance as well. Let me make sure on this on the weekly chart here. So I show that the profile's got support 60.76. Both the center and the bottom are at support, and resistance is up at 66.48 out there, and you're trading just above that. So we're sort of a little bit neutral on the weekly time frame as we speak. Our next question coming in from Hector, and Hector would like to take a look at ticker symbol FTAI. Let's see if don't recall if I got. Yeah, we do got that. We have that on our screen. So what we like about FTAI, Hector, is number one, it has a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern. That went ahead and confirmed on the day of December 31st when price gapped up, and that gap up also was a gap up above profile resistance. So you have a daily profile change in trend. Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, no topping signal in place right now. It says I want to head towards 171.81. The weekly time frame chart, which I didn't get a topping pattern out there. Nonetheless, price pulled back to test its breakout level of support. It did it the week of December the 20th, the week of December 27th, and it did it last week as well. What we can say, Hector, is 127.23, got the snot kicked out of it, but it stood right back up. It was tested for 3 weeks in a row. Now you're trading above weekly profile and into that oscillator and change line. And that's really the level. In order to get to 171.80, what we have to see here is price traded above, close above 159.18. That's the issue that you are dealing with there. Boy, take a look at that monthly time frame chart. Just consecutive higher monthly closes out there, a gargantuan number. And then 1 month to the downside, that was last month. Boy, this is strong like bull. I don't believe, but let me open up the chart here. I do not believe, even though we had that little bear sash candle, that we could draw in a valid A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So with that in mind, then, we don't have a top on the monthly time frame. Price is trading above profile resistance up there, and that is at the level of 155.76. So it's all about the weekly time frame chart right now out there. And Hector, I hope that helps you out. Nicholas wrote in a question: what is 21,547 on my NQ charts out there? So I don't know what time frame it was that was coming from, but let me put up, we'll get these populated here, see if I can find that number. That was for Nicholas. Nicholas is a subscriber. That's why I was asking for that number, 3.25. And it's going to take just a moment here to populate. We got 30 seconds to go before we start to hear that beautiful music of us going into the break. It's only beautiful because it gives me the time to kind of get things in order here. But, of course, that's going to take us into our last segment. But just in looking at the NQ, or maybe I mentioned that number, it was, Nicholas, when I was reviewing the NQ earlier. But 21,547, and I'm going to maybe have to look at that after the show to try to figure that one out. But with regard to the NQ, let's get this populated here again. And right now, the 21,452 level is a key area of support. You're asking what's 21,547?
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Nicholas, you can thank Mr. Bill inside our Tiger's Den. He was easily able to pick out what 21,547 was. That is the center of the daily profile. Now, I'm going to open up the daily profile chart out, the daily chart out here, and we'll see that this is a slightly bearish structured profile. What I mean by that is the center line of 21,547 closer to the top than it is to the bottom. So if we do see a close below 21,547.50 at day's end, it's going to increase the odds of a move back to profile support at 21,100. 21.0950. That's a daily time frame out there. The key level right now of support that price is trading, or is testing, I should say, is its 4-hour time frame. This bar is not going to complete until 2 p.m. But you can see that this TD9 count top has now pushed price back to support, which is the bottom of its profile. Again, that number is 21.452. If at 2 p.m. price is below that, well, then that's going to increase the odds that a move is going to be made to the 21.208 level. 21.208 is a TD9 count breakout area. So if we start doing that, just recognize those areas of support, and it should be a strong area of support at the 21.208 area, and increase the likelihood that we'll get down there by a close below the 4-hour profile level. So again, 21.547 is the daily center of its profile. The key number to be watching right now on the daily, on the charts out here are the 240 minute, which is at the 21.452. That is a support level. Now, as that's being tested, we look to the other intraday charts out here, we don't have any bottom signals. We do have a TD9 count bottom that took place at 1050 on the 10-minute time frame chart, and that rallied right up into what? Right up into its oscillator and change line, found resistance, also its profile level. So that's got a TD9 count top, and what that says is that on the NQ, if you were to close below 21.399.50, you should get another leg lower. Of course, we know that leg lower is likely to take us back to the 21.208 area out there. So how's that for figuring that out? Of course, I didn't do it. I needed Mr. Bill's help. Thank you, Mr. Bill, for that. But we were able to then also take a look at the NQ, which was what a question came in from InnoVisual. Folks, thanks so much for being here on Terrific Tuesday. Have a terrific day out there. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Wonderful Wednesday. Take care and be safe.